Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Ack Reacher with another episode of the Jab Jamboree, produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Clan. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. So we had some we had some dope fights last night, man. We had dope little card. Lucas, we had King Tug and the brother Lucas from Namibia. He actually is related, believe it, and I'm not making this up. It was said. He's actually related to Julius Ndongo, who's also from Namibia. Him and I forgot is another one from Namibia that fights. That yeah, they all cousins. Is another one that he said he's related to both of them. Like he's related to one of them on his dad's side and one of them on his mom's side. I forgot who the other one is. That it was another Namibian brother that I mean he's making a way for himself. The Lucas dude also was a Marine. Uh, Not only that, the brother from Namibia was also like 30. He was like 37 years old. I gotta give him credit. He ain't fight like it. He had a lot of energy. He ain't look tired. That's what I be meaning by it's kind of how you preserve your body and take care of yourself. Uh Me uh uh my bro Jorge, salute to him. He taught me a lot when it come to the boxing game. He taught me a lot, man. I hope he doing good now, man. Boy, dude vanished. Dude vanished on me. Probably got fights in Mexico and never came back. Probably never came back. Knowing him, he that type of dude. Probably just send his girl money for the kids. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I would have never did that. I would have felt horrible. Not saying my boy did that. I'm not saying that. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I don't want y'all thinking that. Um, I'm just saying, no, he is that type of dude to where he's that locked in the cerebral. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. How you doing, sweet tea? Salute, queen. Salute. Yeah, yeah. I ain't got my gavel, but you know, we gonna get things situated. So I'm gonna talk about the undercard because I don't know my internet acting crazy. I had to bring it in. I'm on my other laptop. Normally I'm on my regular laptop that I just like to click on with the guys, but now I had to use the good laptop. I haven't really been wanting to use it like that. But my other laptop is acting stupid. It's just like everything was going wrong. The only thing that went right today is Auntie came through with the beef stew. Came through in the clutch. Shout out to Southside Jamaica Queens. Came through in the clutch. Shout out to Aunt Deb. Love you, Auntie. Came through in the clutch. Like that'll hold you for 2 days. You be all right, baby. Like, yeah, thank you, Auntie. I ain't even want to bother you. Ain't bothering me. I love you. I don't even see you like that no more because of this boxing stuff. Make sure you come by, Anthony. I was like, oh God, Auntie, I hate when you please don't call me Anthony. Just act. I'm sorry, act. Came through though with the beef stews. Salute, Auntie. I ain't gonna fuck cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even feel like going to I didn't even know what I wanted to eat. And then, if somebody throws something homemade up, I'm like, oh, really? Okay, Auntie. It's like, no, we got more than enough. Come on, baby. I don't even see you like that. Y'all know how aunts is. Y'all know how aunts is. Y'all know how it go. And my brothers, even though I sent them the link, I don't know if they check the emails like that. So hopefully my brothers see that I'm live, and this kind of was like a pop up live because, like I said, I ran into my aunt and she started cooking, the food and all of that. But yeah, salute to my auntie from Queens, man. Salute, salute. Now, I mean, she definitely looked out. She came through. I was just going to check the mail. I was just going to check the mail. Shit happened by accident. But let's talk about boxing. Let's get on the serious note. Let's get on the serious note real quick. Um, so yeah, Lucas against King Tug. To be honest with you, at first, King Tug was really boxing in there. Um, I was kind of expecting King Tug to, and then he rocked him with a hook, maybe like the first round. But Lucas had never been on the canvas. They say amateur or pro, so that he's a 10-year pro. Granted, he never fought against that level of competition. He never fought against that level of competition. So that led me to believe that, maybe, and I felt guilty to that. I thought maybe uh, I expected King Tug to kind of roll over him, but I gotta give the bro credit. Like, even when it looked like he was about to be down and out, his corner looked like they wanted to throw in the towel. Like, what? Oh no, I just had to make sure he wasn't hurt. Yeah, sometimes fighters gotta save. I hate that freaking expression, yo. I hate that expression, y'all. Oh, sometimes you gotta save fighters from. Yeah, it's true, but don't no fighter want to hear that. I'm just letting y'all know that. Like, if any saying like, I'd rather protect yourself for those times. I understand. Beneswarte, good luck. I understand. You know what I mean? I understand stuff like that. You know what I mean? You giving your coach that dap and that little hug right before the bell ring because you don't know what's going. Matter of fact, let's let me finish the Lucas versus King Tug joint, and then I'm gonna basically spill into something in the second fight. Coming from a fighter's aspect, and we gonna really dissect this thing. Maybe it wasn't meant for my brothers to be here with me, but hopefully they'll jump in and check me out. Uh, St. Cruz and salute, OG. Salute, OG, man. Yeah, you got to come through more, St. Cruiser. I be doing the wrestling lives and everything, OG. You got to come through and check me out. I'm pretty sure you're going to have. I can't wait to do the next one with Bruce Gold's guest starring NCB Sports. See what I started. I made CB Sports after, like, he came out of retirement. I feel like Big L when he got Big Daddy Kane on the track. That's how I feel right now. Salute to my big bro Drew Ty. I like that logo. I like that logos. I see you, champ. I see you. Tay Tay, salute. She said, "Damn, I missed that fight. Mr. Gary Russell too busy paying attention to Ngannou and Suringan. It's cool. It's cool. Sheena, salute, Queen. It's always good to see you. That's that, yeah. See, I'm noticing something. That's messed up. I gotta click the camera on for the girls to come through. All right, I see. All right, I'll play that game with y'all. I play that game. I love y'all. That's messed up, yo. That's messed up. I gotta click the camera on for the girls to pop up. That's messed up. Yes, yeah, but St. Cruz, and yeah, I definitely want you. I think I'm gonna do those with Red on Fridays. So if you free 9 Fridays, check out those lives. Me and my brother Cadillac Red, we be doing it, and he always debates. Let me before I get back into the boxing. My brother Cadillac Red has this thing where he always debates me like the older brother, little brother syndrome thing. Cause Red older than me or whatever, he the big bro. And Red always tries to tells me, but you weren't there. You weren't there. And then I talked to my older brother Jeffrey, and my older brother Jeffrey, he was like, I ain't gonna lie though, Ultimate Warrior was the man though. Ultimate Warrior. He said, "Don't you think in your life that Ultimate Warrior?" He's like, "But you don't know, man." He's like, like you young man." He's like, "Yo, you was like." He's like, he always say that you like that Stone Cold and Rock era. He was like, "That's just what it is. You just like the Ultimate Warrior thing passed you." Hey, Ultimate Warrior. I forgot when he passed. I don't remember. Somebody got to type in the year, but I still don't think he was better than Ric Flair. Are you crazy? But y'all make sure y'all check those lives out on Friday. Let me get back into the spill. Yeah. So I expected Tug. I expected Tug. Drew said I go back when he was Dingo Warrior. Dingo Warrior. That was his. Oh my God, Drew. That seriously? I gotta look that up. I actually didn't know that. See, Red can't do that. Red can't make me think like that. See, Drew could do it, and somebody like a CB Sports would make me be like, "Yeah, yo, act, yeah," but I remember this or this. You know what I mean? And like, Red always be trying to hate with the wrestling joints. But salute to my brother Cadillac Red. I always have fun, doing the wrestling joint. He did remind me of, family. Every time I do something with Red, because he always go argue and debate one. You know what I mean? The rest of my picks, he's okay. Now, actually, he debated two this time, and I was kind of mad. Like, don't, bro, you didn't even bring up the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna end it. You didn't even bring up the Rock and Roll Express, and that's way before me. That's like early '80s shit when they was wrestling in Memphis before Jim Crockett picked them up. Red didn't even know that. How I know that? Because I was learned by good OGs. It don't matter if I wasn't this. As long as my OGs is sharp, I'm sharp. And it shows. How do I know that? I wasn't around. Obviously, I wasn't around. Especially if they was wrestling in Memphis before they got. I wasn't even around the NWA time. I came around when it was really WCW. I wasn't even around when it was a National Wrestling Alliance. That's how real it is. He said he was tag team with Sting. They called the Blade Runners. I couldn't remember that. I ain't gonna lie. Well, but that's WWF anyway. We was doing WCW specifically because Red doesn't like to mix and and stuff like that. So he always tells me before we do a lot, like, okay, so what are we doing? Are we doing WCW? Or are we doing WWF or WWE? So he be wanting to know that, or if we're doing like all time, then we'll add both of them in there and all of that. But yeah, like I said, let me get back to boxing. See, y'all making me spill into wrestling. You know what I mean? Uh Yeah, so King Tug, I expected him to kind of roll over the Nabibian brother, but it actually didn't end up turning out that way. It actually kind of became it was a draw. I gotta admit, it was a draw. It was a draw. When I really and I went back and watched the card twice. The only reason I went back and watched it twice was because 503 was saying how he felt like in the main event, this person won with that, which we gonna get into. Um, Ancestral Ray salute, Mark Steam salute. Um, Nah, that was a good fight though. And like I said, yo, honestly, shout out to my bro BFTB's hood, man. AC was so yo, they appreciated boxing so much, bro. I hope my bro catch this. And I gotta shout out my OG Al Ice Cold. He from there. He was a good boxer. He was the IBF champion. Y'all can look it out. Allen Ice Cold. That's my OG. He's from AC. He won the IBF title. I gotta link him up with BFTB. He's a little punch drunk though. He was a cruiserweight. He's a little punchy. I'll admit that, yo. He took a couple shots. He was a slugger. Real AC dude, like light skin, real light skin. He was light skin dude. He used to always be like when he was on AC, have his fights, because that was his hometown. But he lived in New York, and he told me he will always be gambling. He always had a problem with betting. He said he couldn't help himself. I was like, I heard y'all bad over there with that. And my brother BFTB, any chance he get, he gonna bet you. So salute to my bro, man. But AC was lit. I would love to fight there. Yo, they really appreciated it. It seemed like even the boxing, they wasn't booing. You know what I mean? They seemed like very intelligent boxing fans. Even there used to be good events going on back then over there. So it's not foreign to them. It's just for me to like really like I was really paying attention. You know what I mean? Like they wasn't I liked it that crowd over there, yo. I would love to fight over there. They seem like they really appreciate like boxing or slugging or whatever. They kind of because King Tug was boxing. He wasn't going for the kill. There was a few times I felt like he had Lucas crazy, but he didn't dial in. He couldn't figure out that Da Vinci code and go in. So I mean that's his business. And then he ended up paying for that because his son ended up coming back. He mustered whatever type of strength he did, and this dude was like 37. And he was able to just like really be in there with them and not go down. He was getting hit with clean shots in the beginning. It seemed like everybody like people on that card just had good chins to me. Let me get into the second. Matias, man. All my bros had him, but I fella went oh god, uh dang, can't even think of his name right now. It'll come to me. Um he's a great that was a great fight, bro. That was a great fight. That was real good back and forth action. I was actually I knew in my mind that Matias was going to do that. I knew Matias was going to do that. That's his like he got that perfected, throwing a lot of punches, but the accumulation, like they seem like it's like what he does. He throws like soft shots and then throws one big. He'll down up and then boom, it'll be big. Down up, boom, then that one will be big, and then or he'll do it the other way and then that one will be big. That's why it adds up like that. And that's why this was a different fight this time. It was a completely different fight this time. To be honest with you, I was like, yo, he's gonna hold back. I was thinking that because of what happened to Dadashev. May peace be upon Maxim Dadashev. For real. Gregory X came through. Did I see him? Oh, my fault. Salute Gregory X. My fault, champ. I ain't even see you. Dag, man. Y'all got me turned it into Kano. I'm turning into Kano Loco and everything sport, and everything, everything boxing. And my boy KT, KT always miss me. I be in the building like, yo, salute. I try to salute that. And Tay Tay, I gotta get your channel. I try to look for your channel. I don't know, your thing ain't pop up. You know what I mean? I was trying to get over there. You know what I mean? Because I was actually wrong about that. Yeah, for real, for real. Kano good for that, yo. Kano good for that. I've turned it into Kano, man. I gotta stop hanging around Kano. Oh yeah, and GC, and I don't even think, and G5 Gabe in there. See, salute to my bro G5 Gabe. See, he said I'm in here too. Ax, see, that's why I said. See, I just forgot G5 Gabe. My bad, champ. That's my bro right there, yo. Salute to G5 Gabe. You know what? Next time I do a joint like this, I'm gonna send you a link. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. I don't be knowing who's free on Sundays. Sundays is really my day. Uh, I'm gonna try to add a couple more days in there, man, for y'all. Um, and Tay Tay, when they rematch, uh, 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 what's his name? Ngannou and Serengon. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta do a live, man. That'd be big, and you gotta bring us on. Me and like Cadillac Red. You know, you got even if you gotta take a little time. Ain't nothing wrong with taking no time off. Take you be working too hard. Like ain't nothing wrong with taking a little time off to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Take some time. You know what they say. Have girl time. You know what I'm saying? Nails painted and all that. You know what I mean? Shoot, Tay Tay, shoot, just need some time. Sometimes you need some time for real. But back to the brother Matias. Matias did a great job. Like I ain't gonna lie, he really slayed the dragon. You know what I mean? Because this is the only guy to beat him, the only guy that he did not stop. And I love his style of throwing a lot of punches. He got hit a lot though. I do agree with that. One of my brothers said that earlier today on 503's channel. He got hit a lot. He got hit a lot. I was kind of concerned, but he did his thing. He didn't wobble, shake, go down or anything. Not like the last time. See, the last time he had a different coach and he was only doing 6 rounders. If you're doing 6 rounders, to me, you a sophomore. You ain't even a junior yet. A junior, I would consider 8 to 10 rounders. And then the senior, obviously is the 12 rounder, the IBF title eliminators that you do 12 rounds for, and all the title. Y'all know, what I mean. Obviously, that would be your 12th grade year because you're gonna be in position for the belt, and of course, the belt is college. So, um, definitely good performance. Stopped him in the ninth round. Well, they it's a, TDR in the ninth round. He couldn't come out. I want to say for the, but I think they rule it counted as a ninth round knockout. I believe Cadillac Red picked the ninth round. I don't know if it was with that fight or the main event. I gotta go back and check. But salute to my bro. He said ninth ward, and it seemed like that's what it was. Oh, I would, as far as if you ask me what I want to see Matias do next, I would like to see him go against Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee and Jerron Boots Ennis say that both want to step it up in 2022, and they want to be against those, type of guys. Uh, only reason I associate Brandon Lee with Jerron Ennis because they really good friends. You know what I mean, in boxing and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, Brandon Lee, he might be maybe like my top prospect at 140. I'm saying prospect. I'm not even gonna lie, he be scoping dudes. I don't know what his dad be teaching him. I don't know what regimen they be going over, and he got power in both hands. He just be scoping dudes. He don't even be playing with nobody kids in there. Yo, make sure y'all check out Brandon Lee, man. Asian kid. Yo, straight scoping dudes. I want to see him step it up because I feel like he keep fighting this level of competition dudes and ain't gonna do nothing for him because he is on laying the contingent on dudes. Even in the last fight that he had, he went that long on purpose. He said because he wanted to get some rounds because he don't even be getting rounds like that. He just be scoping dudes. It just be over. I want to see him against Matias. He think he ready. Matias done spoiled a lot of plans. Spoiled Malik Hawkins' plans. Remember the three-headed monster in Baltimore? Tank, Truck, and Malik. He messed up that whole he messed up that triple threat party, man. Um definitely definitely want to see a match like that. Like I said, there's a lot of dudes up there. There's Arnold Barbosa. Um Tag, y'all. There's so many people at 140. You got Regis still there. I don't think the only reason I won't say Josh Taylor because I feel like after Josh Taylor defends him, I think he gonna go up to welterweight, which I feel like he should do. And he earned the right to do that because he went through the gauntlet. So, and once the belt scatter, maybe or Montana Love, one of my favorites. Shout out to Montana. I would love to see Montana get in line, and it's looking like he is going to be in line for one of the belts when they do scatter. So yeah, so shout out to Matias. I couldn't pick against him. My coach and his wife would have had my neck for not picking a Puerto Rican. They would have had they would have had what? They would have been like, boy, um, she said, yeah, act my job. Hospital, we got a lot of COVID. I know, I already know. I already it's look, they said New York doubled from last year where they was at in January. It's so real. My coach said next year when this goes into January, he's gonna close the gym. It's something about January where people get sick easily. You gotta be, yeah, you gotta be on your P's and Q's in January. January kind of dangerous. Capricorn season, yeah, it's real dangerous out there, man. For real. Um, so let's dive into uh Gary Russell, and then we're gonna move on to other topics because I know everybody's accepted what happened with Gary Russell. Gary Russell uh felt as though he won 10 rounds to 2. I thought Gary Russell did a great job as far as fighting with an injury. Stephen L, I see you, champ. He did a great job. as far as to fighting with an injury. I actually, and I know a lot of people may be surprised, uh, TS Boxing, I actually did not pick Gary Russell to win in this fight. Um, uh, like I said, it wasn't nothing personal or anything like that. I just felt like Gary was dealing with a lot. He was dealing with a lot. Had it would have been normal, regular situation. Of course, I never went against Gary Russell. This is the first time. I just felt like all the things that he was going through, the business aspect, um, with his pops, it was more psychological and business wise. I was worrying about him and the business turning into the psychological, and him saying what he said after the fight and things like that. I just thought it was like a lot for him, and then him, and of course the long layoff, because I feel like the type of fighter that Gary Russell is, he kind of at least got to fight minimum. Yeah, my fault, yeah. I don't know what was going on. That, like I said, in that aspect, I felt like in the beginning rounds, I felt like Mark Magsayo, he was getting them in the early rounds. I gotta keep it real. There was one uppercut that he landed that scared me. You know what I mean? But then, like the middle rounds, I gotta give it to Gary though. Like, cause I'm not even gonna lie, that shoulder injury, like that could stop you from doing a lot of stuff. That could stop you from doing a lot of stuff. So, like him being able to fight through that, and I seen it in the corner. That's why I was like, yeah, I got to give him credit, because I know a lot of these boxers, they would have been like, nah, I'm not. You know what I mean? And like Mark Magsayo, he was coming. You know what I mean? It's not like he was, just sitting there. A game young dude. So for Gary Russell to go in there and with a pre-existing injury, I gotta get a dude a lot of credit for that, man. That took a lot of courage. That took a lot of courage. But my thing is this: I wish he wouldn't have brought it up though, because I did say that takes away from the other person's win. Because I feel like if it was Mark Magsayo, I wouldn't have been feeling it either. Like I don't like it when dudes. I'd rather you bring it up after the fight. If you got to bring it up, say that something was happening after the fight, because I think that would have made Gary Russell look even better. When he did get hurt in the fight, it'd have been like, oh man, see, he got injured in the fight. He was still able to make it a fight even with one hand. I thought that it was a very close fight. I had it a little bit closer. Um, I think that it is warranted a rematch. I think it's warranted a rematch, even though Mark Mansayo technically don't have to, because when you're the mandatory, it's no rematch clause, which I think is fair. Which I think is fair. But if Mark Mansayo ain't doing nothing better, and he ain't going to unify, which I doubt, I feel like they set him up for B Figgy. If you ask me, they set him up for B Figgy, just like I think it was 503. I don't know who said it. I think they setting it up for that. Honestly, Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Stephen L. They should though. I think they should. I think they should. Cause I think healthy. I might not pick. I wouldn't probably pick the same health if Gary is healthy. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even be mad at Gary. But see, nah, he might not be able to do that. He might have to go straight into it. I was gonna say I wouldn't even be mad if he had got a little warm up to test that shoulder. But I feel like if he tests that shoulder, he might lose him. He might lose him out there somewhere. He might not be able to get him. So um but it was a good fight, man. It was still a good fight. Um um I like I said, I had it a little closer. Um I still think that Gary is will be a fighter to be watched, and I like his interviews and things like that. I even liked his ring walk. He won the ring walk with the ancestors, and right before he passed into the ring. I got the whole message. I thought that was dope. And my fault, y'all. I know y'all used to me doing my little artwork with the covers and all of that, but I couldn't do it today, man. I ain't have enough time, man. I was tired after I did strength and conditioning, man. Like, man, I was working out for like an hour and 50 minutes, man, straight. I got this exercise that I do, like uh shadow boxing, but with weights. I start literally from like what's the lowest weight? Like 1 to 5, like 1 to 5. And it's like a certain routine. I'm gonna do it one day. I'm gonna show a little bit of it one day. The routine that I do. Um, yeah, I think. Oh, you said Jerron could be really great. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely got everything. He got everything it takes. Um, he got everything it takes. I think with Jerron though, we're gonna definitely see in this next fight. Custio Clayton supposedly is supposed to be on the docket. Yeah, let's transition from Gary Russell. That was sad. I don't. Salute to Gary. I think he should move up and take a leap of faith. Move up to 130. Uh, and try to, even if you can't go into a fight, bro, go get into a situation where one of these sanctioning bodies rank you. You got to fight maybe two dudes and then get that title eliminated. They can't deny you then, bro. You still got fight left, bro. I seen it in that fight. You was taking some good shots. You was making a miss, and you was evading a lot of shots. You know what I mean? I thought you wasn't busy enough. I keep that same energy because I told you I got a marvelous Marvin Hagler mentality. You got to keep punching. You could even pop shot, but you could be a little bit, but he couldn't use his other hand. You know what I mean? I hurt my hand one time in the ringside tournament. That was the only time I ever hurt my hand. It's like I tried to throw an overhand and then I hit the dude in the top of the hand and I couldn't use my hand. I switched. I couldn't use it like that. I was still trying to throw both of them even in pain, but I'm gonna keep it real. Like it wasn't working. It wasn't working out for me. You know what I mean? I tried my hardest, but it wasn't working out for me. I think I would do better now though. That was a few years back. I think I would do way better now. I think I would do way, way, way better now. But see the difference? But and I don't even know if I would have got injured. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would have just threw that shot like that now. Cause I've been through a lot. I work with a lot of bigger guys, so I feel like that making me more defensively sound, sparring heavyweights and stuff like that. So like back then, I was always doing it here and there, but not as frequent as now. That, um, she said, "How come they not giving Gary?" Okay, so Tay Tay, I'm gonna explain it to you. So this is how it goes. So you see, I, ironically, this is my weight class that I want to campaign at 126. I'm kind of like a Mark Magsayo. I'm kind of like around his size. I'll admit, I'm kind of big for a featherweight. Yeah, I see the videos. I ain't no small featherweight. It's cool though. But I don't walk around like, you know what I mean? I'm a monk. You know what I mean? I like, you know what I mean? Probably 2 meals. Not even no, like one light at breakfast and then one big meal at night. That's how real it is. That's how I keep it. But I could eat three if I wanted to, cause I don't. But um, in boxing, what happens is when say I'm the mandatory and say I would have beat Gary Russell, I don't have to give him a rematch because when you're the mandatory, there's no rematch, and you know what I mean, you worked your way to be the mandatory. So that's why it's not that they not giving Gary a rematch, Tay Tay. Is that's just how it goes. That's the same thing that happened with Teofimo and George Kambosos. George Kambosos was the mandatory, so and that falls on all of the belts. So he didn't have to give Teofimo a rematch. That's why it was Teofimo's job to scope him. Like situations like that, shoot, please, like I really want to try to get that person out of there. And I want to be calculated smart, but I would really want to get that person out of there if they are mandatory. That's dangerous because ain't no rematch clause with that. So yeah, so that's why. That's why it's his choice. It's more this situation when it comes to Mark Magsayo is it's going to be more like a act of good faith type of thing. If he really wants to do that, it'll be more of a good faith thing, not really more him being forced to do it because of a contract. So nah, and we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, let's move forward. Like I said with Jerron Ennis, like I was saying before, people were saying, "Oh, they should give him a shot," and "Oh, it's too soon." If this is true about the IBF and him and Custio Clayton, and if he beat Custio Clayton, because Custio Clayton, my brother Jay Steele's been putting us on with Custio Clayton for a minute. We been knew about me, Mac, and 503 because of our fella. We been knew about Custio Clayton. We've been aware who he was for years now. I'm serious. Probably since about like 2018. Like I've been knowing who Custio Clayton was. Back when I was working at my old job, I knew who he was because I felt like so he ain't gonna be no easy. Like if Boots dispatches of him easily, I gotta give Boots credit. I gotta give Boots credit. Dang, it's almost 7 already. Dang, damn. Um, gotta give him credit. This is another topic I wanted to. Oh yeah, speaking of the Russells, Victor Posto is fighting Gary Antoine Russell. I think that's going to be a really good fight. That's going to be a really, really good fight. Gary Antoine Russell versus Victor Posto. I didn't know Victor Posto was still boxing. I don't even be seeing him like that. I didn't even know Victor Posto still was in the mix. But that's a good matter of fact. Speaking of 140, and I was talking about Matias at one, Matias and Gary Antoine Russell. That's an interesting fight. That's an interesting fight right there. Dang, like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on at 140, man. And I believe Elvis Rodriguez, my Dominican brother, I believe he's over on the PBC side. I think he's still at 140. I mean, that's another person that can end up in the mix. She said, "Damn, no rematch clause." Yeah, yeah, yeah. That happens. Like I said, only really when you the mandatory. Only when you the mandatory. That's why those mandatory fights is actually more dangerous than to me even like a unification. Because in a unification, you could try to get you could most likely get that get back because that's a voluntary defense. But a mandatory defense, it's hard to get that get back. That's why you got to make sure that you got all your ducks in a row when you go up against somebody that's a mandatory, even if you never heard about them like that. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta go over and beyond, I feel like. So um uh what y'all think about the Dillian White been real quiet, bro. Like I said, it don't make no sense, bro. When we had the belt with Wilder and all of that, it was harassing us. We couldn't make no type of moves. You know I mean? Now that he's in Fury, he can't believe he actually fighting for the belt. The cat got his tongue. He can't even say, "What's good, Cadillac Red?" My brother Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out the homie, man. We will be doing the best pay-per-views on the WWF side of things on Friday at 9 o'clock. Uh, we'll try to have both Bruce Goals and CB Sports joint interesting. Uh, I think we're gonna do top five. Cadillac Red try to say you can't mess that one up, Ack. You can't mess. What do you mean I can't mess that one up? I don't be trying to mess them up, but I guess with pay per views, you only could go one way with it. You gotta. I guess it's gonna be based off of what I mean, the ones that we remember, whichever type of matches that was there at that time or whatever. So I guess that'll be the basis to go off of that. But he said, "Mr. Controversy." Well, like I said, we should pretty much be the same when it comes to the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views shouldn't be a problem, because like I said, you can only go away with the pay-per-views. Um, any other boxing news? What y'all before we get up out of here? What y'all want to talk? Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. Uh, what y'all want? I, I mean, Shakur and Oscar Valdez. I'm happy that he got the fight. Guess I was wrong. I'm hearing that Eddie Reynoso wanted that fight. They told me Eddie Reynoso wanted that fight. It wasn't Bob Arum. Eddie Reynoso wanted that fight. What are you trying to prove, Eddie Reynoso? Box fans, salute, champ. What are you trying to prove? Make sure y'all all jab that. Y'all share it if y'all can. You know what I mean? People that are viewing that think about sub, like, share, all that good stuff, man. If you never been here before. She said, I heard Crawford moving up to fight the winner of Mel versus Castano. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? That's actually a good topic to end off of. That's worth it. You know what? Good. That's actually a good one. We'll end it off on that. First of all, the Castano and Mel fight in itself, fire. Gotta give Mel a lot of credit, yo. I like the way he been moving lately. Not really so much, like I said, outside the ring, more so inside the ring. He's very militant, yo. Like I told 503, man, you know what I mean? Like I seen it even in that live that it looked like Big Bro was a little tipsy. It's all right. He grown. He could get faded all he want. But I could tell that Mel wasn't. Mel was just Mel was solid, bro. He was like, because I knew that he probably had his mind obsessed. If you're a really good fighter and you were elite, like even in mentality, you could be an elite boxer, but in mentality, you probably not elite. You know what I mean? He probably was already thinking about the bigger picture with Castano the months ahead that they got something going on. Before sometimes they even allowed to, you know, tell you about a fight that they got coming up. So salute D Ray Promotion, salute champ. Salute. Um like I said, so as far as that fight and Castano being a big sleeper was really crazy, like within itself, because Castano, here's this ordinary looking boxer, a dude that you would think. See, that's why I tell y'all the element of surprises, and it's not even like he's surprised because we've seen him fight on TV before, against Laura. I thought Laura actually like was better defensively than Mel was, but I thought Mel did better offensively against him. But ultimately, it winded up being a draw for them. I don't know when for them to finally settle and sew up the business that they have with each other uh in the next coming months. Salute to my first sub, Mark Wonderlich. Salute, champ. So I so Bud, as far as Bud getting the winner of that, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that fight. I'm not mad if he waits and then he fights Josh Taylor and Josh Taylor. Even though I feel like he will probably would have to wait a little while for that, because I feel like Josh Taylor, you gonna really fight Bud at 147 your first fight? Realistically, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they could sell me on that. I don't know if they could sell me on that he would just do that right away. Um, but Terrence Crawford moving up to 54, I don't really want him to do that. I want him to wait for Earl and Ugas because I think that's gonna mess up the storyline, man. Come on, bud, that's gonna mess up the storyline, man. Just hold up a second, man. Like you got to do this court thing with Bob Arum anyway. It's gonna take a little while. Earl and Ugas probably fighting in April, I believe. Hopefully, it's April. You know what I mean? I wish he would have fought in March. You know what I mean? I think that would have been better, if he would have fought in March, but it is what it is if, you can't fight in March. Um, I definitely think that he should wait for that Ugas and Earl fight, man. What's the rush? Even though I hope more. I mean, sorry, I hope Mel win. That like Bud and Mel Charlo fight before Mel leave. And he defend him. He defended against Bud. Yo, that build up would be retarded, bro. That build up, yo, bro. They might have to have that in Vegas. I wouldn't even be mad at them. Yeah, I think even when you the WBO, when you move up, I believe somebody told me you still gotta fight like the title eliminator type of thing. When you move up, but after that you're basically the mandatory for that next weight class moving up. Like they put you in, which is fair. I think that actually is fair. Like don't just skip the line. I think that's fair. Like you know what I mean? Okay, say I'm the WBO champion at 126 and then I move up to 130. I got to fight a title eliminator and then I'll become, just so that the dudes that was in that sanctioning bodies rankings they don't be crying and stuff like that. All right, give me one of the top dudes so that I could skip the line and go for this belt. Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you. So I think that's fair. Um, so I don't know if they're gonna give it to him right away, but I don't know. They might just let him go in right away though, knowing them because that's a big fight. I think that fight may even buy. I dare say, even though we've been paying a lot, that I would buy that pay per view though. I would. I would buy that pay per view definitely. I will buy it. No problem. No questions asked. Um, if it was in Texas, Jamaican Challenge salute champ. If it was in Texas, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going. I'm going. Like wherever, like I go, like that's a really good fight to me. Mel versus Bud, that'll be good. It's messed up though. What I think about it, because it's like, damn, it'd be like Mel is intercepting the fight from Earl, and especially if Mel take care of business, because Mel been fighting tough opposition, bro. That's all he know is fighting tough. Yo, like to me, he been fighting the toughest dudes, bro. And he ain't even really been complaining like that. That's what I like. I like that. That's old school to me. You know what I mean? Like I can't say nothing bad about him inside the ring. Like I really been feeling Mel's like hunger lately. You know what I mean? He's still acting like he broke. You know what I mean? As far as training, like he trained like a dog, like maximum effort there and maximum effort in the ring. And I know in this rematch, I'm expecting to see a lot of effort. Do not underestimate. Do not underestimate Castano for a second. Castano is an excellent, excellent boxer. You know, them Argentinian boxers, those real slicksters, they get you. They catch you slipping a lot. Said so. Can Bud fight for a male slash consigned fund abuse? They get back down to welter and fight dungeon. Nah, Sheena. Sheena. Cause then you know what they gonna say? If he do go up and down like that, when Earl bump him off, see, I don't know if he'll make it through Mel. That's why I don't want that, because that's why saying it's messing up the timeline. It's like the comic books, you know what I mean, when you messing up the timeline and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel with that. If he go to 154 and Mel beat him, where does that leave Earl? Because honestly, yeah, Earl got a lot of other dudes he could fight, but it's not the fight. That's the fight. That's what, see, a lot of boxers nowadays, they don't realize that do matter if you beat that person first. Like T.O. beating Loma, Tank should have been the one to do that. That would have been a good look for Tank. I wanted to see Tank do that. Tank should have stopped that nut until he was the one to scope him in. The knockout would have, and you probably would have been the one to knock him out on top of that. There comes to a point, bro, where you got to really believe in yourself. Like, no matter what, against any type of opposition. Now, even if Tank knock him out, which I still like the fight, and I'm gonna still buy it and support it, because I think that's still a hot fight now. It was better back then because he didn't lose to T.O. yet, but it's still a good fight now. I think Tank knocks him out. He said Spence versus Bud fight is draining. Yeah, mentally and physically. He ain't lying. But I don't think he should move up and down. I think that if he move up and down, nah, that might not be good for him. That might not work out for him. I think he should wait, capitalize on his dollar with Earl Spence if he's smart. Just wait. Just wait, and we got you. It's only Ugas. We just gotta, sew stuff up with Ugas, and then after that, it'll be right to you. I can see it now. And then I'm gonna scratch my head at all of the Terrence Crawford fans that really thought it wasn't gonna happen. Like, it really happened. Kind of went a little over. Let me get ready to get up out of here. Let me let my big bro Drew do his thing, y'all. Salute to all my peoples, yo, for coming through and all that good stuff. Yeah, hold on. She said, yes, Bud trying to move to get UDs at 154, then demand 60-40 versus Spence when he moves up. I mean, the only, like, he would have to actually beat Mel. I don't know if he could beat Mel. That's what I'm trying to. I don't think, like, he could play that game if he want to. That's a good look for Mel before he moves to 160. I think that's beautiful. I think I want it for Earl, because Earl that's my Pisces brother. I want it for Earl, but if Terrence Crawford is hell bent on moving up to 54, well, you know what? We ain't gonna stop him. We ain't gonna stop your ass. You a grown man. We gonna let you do what you want. Like my mom said, you used to say, you turn 21, male or female, you an adult. Ain't no more holding your hand. So as far as I'm concerned, niggas is grown, ain't spring chickens. If that's what he want to do, he want to do. I only could tell you from a business and a boxing aspect, from the prize fighting aspect, how to capitalize on your dollar. Earl does the best in the pandemic. It showed he even did better than Tank with the numbers. Shout out to Dallas. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, if you really want to capitalize on your dollar, wait for Earl. You'll be putting everything on the line, but at the same time, it'll be for undisputed. It won't be a waste. You just gotta wait for Ugas. We just gotta make sure we compensate the people on our side of the street first. And I know that sounds messed up, but you got to do it like that. I look at it like the battle rap leagues. When Smack be telling a lot of the rappers, if you want to mess with us, don't be going over to RBE. But at the same time, I feel a lot of the battle rappers where they be like, I'm gonna go over to RBE because at this, I gotta eat. Smack ain't always giving me them calls. So it's like two ways of looking at it. But it is what it is. I'm not mad that Earl did it that way. They had a plan for him. You know what I mean? It was to, as we call it now, cleaning up that side of the street. Bud talking shortcut, taking shortcuts to UDs. They should make Bud drop to 140, the 147 belt. If he, nah, they will make him do that. That, like, when you the WBO champion, that's the deal. You gotta relinquish that title. I believe they throw you in the title eliminator, and then you have to relinquish that belt. You're not, it's not, you relinquishing it. You know what I mean? But you gotta relinquish it before you move up. They make all the champions do it. You got to relinquish it before you move up because they got to know that you commit. Like Gary Russell, he wouldn't be able to do that. Like if he was a WBO champion and he wanted to fight the champion, but at least he would be in position to do it though if he had the WBO, because after he would beat his mandatory or whatever, he could relinquish the belt and then he would have been able to get whoever had fight the title eliminated. From there, he would have fought whoever had the belt at 130. Yeah, no problem. So you gotta relinquish the title first though. Definitely. It's fair though. That's fair. Because you can't be holding up, like I said, like if you champion, like say I was in the WBO whatever rankings, and then I'm waiting on fighting this dude, but he's fighting somebody already, and then I get the winner out of it. He decides to move up, I automatically get the fight for the vacant title. You don't, you know what I mean? If you're going to hold the belt, then you're going to have to fight me. That's why I always tell people, as long as that boxer gets in position, like if that Jerron Ennis situation is true with Custio Clayton, which is a good fight for Jerron Ennis, it's like that level that I'm talking about that I want to see him at before he goes to the belt. That's actually the perfect person. Cause what's the name is definitely like that contender right at the belt status. Custio Clayton is one of them dudes at welterweight that I think of. So that's actually kind of perfect for like Jerron Ennis right now. I Brandon Lee said he wants the same thing. To me, somebody there for him is like a Montana Love or even a Matias. They're like top contenders that's right there at the belts for when Josh Taylor, after he defends it and relinquishes all of them. I see like dudes like that being right there at the belt. Arnold Barbosa, I believe he right there. I think and Zepeda, who knocked out my man Josue from the Bronx. But shoot, man. See, Sheena, you made me go into a whole nother spill. Let me get up out of here. Let me let my OG Drew do his thing, man. I've been on here in an hour for a little bit. I like to do my quick little hours, getting it out. Um, maybe next. Nah, that might be too soon because that'll just be the end of the month. Maybe the week after be the Rocky review. Hopefully we'll come back with Boxing Night Court. I've been trying to get Keith Thurman on there, y'all, man, but I mean, they can't find somebody to defend Keith Thurman. So I guess we're gonna leave that alone. Um, salute to all my bros and the usual suspects. You good, Sheena? Salute to all my bros and the usual suspects. Salute to everybody that came through in the chat. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna definitely try to have something for y'all next week, and y'all make sure y'all look out for my video uploads. If there's something that I want to talk about, if I didn't upload a video, there's probably nothing that I really wanted to talk about. With that being said, salute to the usual suspects, the LDBC, the full Berserker clan. It's your boy